Krishna Vatsaya
Sankhyatāya Yuti Kritya Savatsakan Arayantor Vilamir Vijayastattatataha. Krishna, of Lord Krishna, Vatsai, along with the calves, Asankyatai, unlimited, Beauty Kritya, assembled them, Swavatsakan, personal calves, Chadayanta, executing, Arpalilabi, by boyhood pastimes, Vijahru, enjoyed, Tatra Tatra, here and there, Ha, indeed. Along with the cowherd boys and their own groups of calves, Krishna. You want to repeat? Okay. Along with the cowherd boys. And their own groups of calves. Krishna came out. With an unlimited number of calves. Assembled. Then all the boys began to sport in the forest. In a greatly playful spirit. Is this the last time we're going to give class on here? Do you think? It might be. Yeah? Right? Is it not? I think so. Yeah. I shan't be sorry. Because we're giving class to the wall. Although it's a nice kind of intimate atmosphere. So before discussing Prabhupada's purport, we have chapter summaries. I was never entirely sure about how the chapter summaries came to be, but I read through it yesterday thinking, was this Prabhupada or was this the editors? And I decided it was Prabhupada. Oh, you have some information about it?
Yeah, Malaji Puri asked Jayavita Swami what was the situation in Jayavita Swami said, yeah, Prabhupada did all the chapter summaries.
Oh, that's interesting. Because of course when Prabhupada got this far in the Bhagavatam, he was completely invalid. So he summarized each chapter before starting upon it, perhaps not knowing whether he'd get to the end of it. So I'll read through Prabhupada's summary of this chapter. This chapter describes in detail Krishna's pastime of killing Aghasura. One day, Krishna wanted to enjoy, and there'll be questions at the end of this, so make sure everyone pays attention. One day, Krishna wanted to enjoy a picnic lunch within the forest, and therefore he went out early into the forest, with the other cowherd boys, accompanied by their respective groups of calves. While they were enjoying their picnic, Aghasura, the younger brother of Putana and Bakasura, appeared there, desiring to kill Krishna and his companions. The demon, who had been sent by Kamsa, assumed the form of a python, expanding himself to a length of 8 miles and the height of a mountain. His mouth seemed to extend from the surface of the earth to the heavenly planets. Having assumed this feature, Aghasura lay on the road. Krishna's friends, the cowherd boys, thought that the demon's form was one of the beautiful spots of Vrindavan. Thus, they wanted to enter within the mouth of this gigantic python. The gigantic figure of the python became a subject for their sporting pleasure, and they began to laugh, confident that even if this figure were dangerous, Krishna was there to protect them. In this way they proceeded toward the mouth of the gigantic figure. Krishna knew everything about Aghasura, and therefore he wanted to forbid his friends to enter the demon's mouth. But in the meantime, all the cowherd boys, along with their groups of calves, entered the mouth of that gigantic figure. Krishna was waiting outside, and Aghasura was waiting for Krishna, thinking that as soon as Krishna entered, he would close his mouth so that everyone would die. While waiting for Krishna, he refrained from swallowing the boys. In the meantime, Krishna was thinking of how to save the boys and kill Aghasura. Thus, he entered the mouth of the gigantic Asura, and when he was within the demon's mouth, along with his friends, he expanded his body to such an extent that the Asura suffocated and died. After this, Krishna, by casting his nectarine glance upon his friends, brought them back to life, and with pleasure they all came out unhurt. Thus Krishna encouraged all the demigods, and they expressed their pleasure and happiness. For a crooked, sinful person, there is no scope for Sayuja Mukti, or becoming one with the effulgence of Krishna. But because the Supreme Personality of Godhead entered the body of Aghasura, by his touch, this demon got the opportunity to merge into the existence of the Brahman effulgence and thus attain Sayuja Mukti. When this pastime was performed, Krishna was only 5 years old. 1 year later, when he was 6 years old, and he stepped into the Puganda age, this pastime was disclosed to the inhabitants of Braj. Parikshit Maharaj inquired, why is it that this pastime was disclosed only after 1 year, and yet the inhabitants of Braj thought that it had been performed that very day? With this question, the 12th chapter ends. Okay, so my question is, who was Aghasura's brother? Anyone?
Well, let's put up your hand.
Yeah?
Bakasura.
And who was his sister? No, someone. Putin. Okay, all right. That's good.